To see how CORS works, we'll start with two web pages from different domains making a call out without CORS. So this page here has a text box, and if we take a look at the source on this page, we'll see it making a call out. So whenever you fill out the text box and hit enter or click on the button, this JavaScript function is called onSubmitAForm. Down inside, we'll see an XML HTTP request object, and it's calling out the CORS.matildaday.local. Now compare that to the domain of the page. The domain of the page is matildaday.local. The two domains do not match. So let's make a call out. And the page does not seem to work. If we open up the web console, we may get a clue as to why. And here we see it says the crossed origin request is blocked, and the reason is the access control allow origin header is missing. In the proxy history, we're going to go to the request that went out to CORS.matildaday.local. So here's the request, and we can see it go into the CORS.matildaday.local domain. The origin is matildaday.local. Now, if we take a look at the response, we'll see the response headers here. So, looking at the response headers, what you'll notice is there is no CORS header. There's no access control allow origin. And if you want to click on the inspector and look at the response headers, you can verify this. So now let's go over and fix the code. Here we're going to add a statement calling the header function, and we're going to add the allow access control allow driven header, and we're going to give permission to matildaday.local. It's the only user interface that's going to be allowed to read data from our API. We use the server variable request scheme to automatically fill in HTTP or HTTPS, whichever is being used. We can also cache the results over in the browser by adding the access control max age header, and we'll give it a value of 10 minutes or 600 seconds. Save the changes, go back to the browser. This time, let's watch the request and response as they go by. So over in Burp, we're going to turn on the proxy intercept feature here. And now we'll click on the button and go back over to Burp, and we'll see the request has been captured in the proxy. Here's the origin, matildaday.local. We're going to forward this onto the server. So the server is now going to respond, and if we take a look at the response this time around, what we'll see is that there's the access control allow origin header in there. Looking over at the response headers, you can see it here, and if you click on the little arrow over here on the right hand side, you can see the name and the value. Now back in the browser is allowed to access that data that was in that response and print it out on the screen. In this case, it's a JSON containing the message that we sent over along with some other information. So in the demo, we see that the access control allow origin header lets the browser access the data for the current origin, even though it's different than the one that was called.